all the time. Unfortunately, we have another group of people, which is called the cultural traditional people. So they take their children, little kids, they send them to madrasa. I don't have a problem with that, so don't stop sending your children to madrasa. Don't stop sending your children to maktab and madrasa. But I just want to use an example. Allah is saying, لِيَدَّبَّرُوا آيَاتِهِ. This Qur'an is about pondering, meditating, studying what Allah says in this Qur'an and live by it. So there are a bunch of cultural Muslims who will send their children as soon as they reach 4, 5, 6, 7 years, maktab, madrasa. Learn the Quran, learn to read it, learn to read it, learn to recite it. And they send them. And then when they get big, they tell them, live not according to the Quran. Live for the dunya. Become this in the dunya, become that in the dunya. And then what happens? The same kids who went and learned Quran 8, 9, 10 years, every day learning Quran, they grow up for the dunya. They grow up because the parents taught them to only attain the dunya, not the akhirah. Because they were not taught لِيَدَّبَّرُوا آيَاتِهِ, to ponder in the words of the Quran that they have studied, that they have learned to recite, not studied, learn to recite. Learning to recite is different to studying and pondering. So a bunch of our cultural Muslims in the world, and I don't call names because if I say this knee and that knee and that knee and one knee, they're going to think of this stan and that stan. They might be thinking, just think I'm talking about Kazakhstan, not Pakistan and Afghanistan, right? Kazakhstan, great. They will think I'm referring to people and their culture. But then they teach their children how to live only for the dunya. So the same children who went to madrasa 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, 12. And when they got into college and university, they were taught how to only make money, how to only live for the dunya, how to run down the dunya, how to get a wife of the dunya, how to get a husband of the dunya, how to be successful in the dunya, and nothing about the akhirah. You understand? Go see that maths. Go around the society and you will see it. You don't have to go New York. Go right in South Florida. Because they were not taught this, لِيَدَّبَّرُوا آيَاتِهِ. The children were not taught to ponder in the message of the Quran and live by this message. They were only taught to go to masjid, learn to recite the Quran, not to live by it. And that's why we have this problem today. That you have to beg people to learn to understand the Quran. Our brothers and sisters, this is very deep. They go check this, Surah Sad, chapter 38, verse 29. Very deep verse. That's why the khutbah is called Fas'aw ila dhikrillah. It's a reminder. This Quran is a reminder. So every day as Muslims, we should be getting up in the morning and try to ponder over a few verses of the Quran.